Alright, first and foremost, a huge thanks and shout out to Purcell Auto Sales in Camby, Indiana for letting me check out this very cool GMC Sierra. What does the Honda Prelude, Dodge Stealth RT, Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4, Nissan 300ZX, and this truck have in common? To some, the answer may not be obvious, but if you know, you know. The answer? Four-wheel steering. Originally offered as a $7,500 option, but standard on Denali trims, QuadraSteer was co-developed by GM and Delphi Automotive Systems, and it cuts the Denali's turning circle diameter from 47.3 feet to 37.4 feet, only a foot larger than that of a Honda Accord. Using electric steering gear and computer control, QuadraSteer swings the rear tires in a variety of ways. There are three modes: two-wheel steer, four-wheel steer, and four-wheel steer tow, which are selected via a dash-mounted button. The four-wheel steer mode works like this. At less than 7 miles per hour, the rears turn a maximum of 12 degrees in the opposite direction of the fronts. Between 7 and 40 miles per hour, the computer gradually reduces the amount of opposite rear steer. At more than 40 miles per hour, the computer then directs the rear wheels to turn a maximum of 5 degrees in the same direction as the fronts. Under normal circumstances, I'd probably never consider filming a review of a 20-plus-year-old GMC truck, but with this increasingly rare automotive system installed, it makes this truck far more worth digitally preserving for years to come. Our truck was built at the Oshawa Truck Assembly Plant in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada in August of 2002. Hey everyone, in today's latest installment of the in-depth review series, we travel back in time 21 years and are checking out this very nice and very well equipped for the time 2003 GMC Sierra. This extended cab Sierra is unique in the fact that it is fully loaded Denali trim and features, as stated in the intro, the increasingly rare QuadraSteer system. Our truck is painted in Onyx black and features a Pewter, Nuance UltraSoft leather interior. Full pricing is shown on screen and there are no options installed on this vehicle because everything was standard. Today's review is going to be a full in-depth review. We're going to cover everything from the exterior to the interior, powertrain, performance, and everything else in between. And while most trucks were either two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, with the auto track transfer case, because of the QuadraSteer system, this Denali is actually all-wheel drive and features an electronic full-time all-wheel drive transfer case and a manual selectable two-position ride control button. It sits on an 8.7-inch ground clearance and features an approach angle of 25.4 degrees, a departure angle of 27.5 degrees, and a ramp breakover angle of 12.4 degrees. This truck is not designed for off-road driving in mind, and the all-wheel drive system is more for all-weather traction and stability. Power comes from the form of a specially tuned for the Denali 6-liter Vortec 6000 overhead valve V8 engine. This engine has 2 valves per cylinder and is of cast iron block and aluminum head construction with sequential fuel injection and a 9.4:1 compression ratio. In Denali form, this engine creates 325 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, then 370 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. Car and Driver in January of 2002 tested their QuadraSteer Denali from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.6 seconds. 0 to 90 miles per hour came in at 17.4 seconds, with the quarter mile in 15.9 seconds at 87 miles per hour. Top speed on the truck is drag limited to 101 miles per hour. More importantly, the weight ratings. Even though the QuadraSteer system adds 350 pounds to the truck's weight, payload and towing are not affected. It has a gross vehicle weight rating of 7,200 pounds, a base curb weight of 5,478 pounds. GMC quotes a payload capacity of 1,722 pounds and a towing capacity of an impressive 9,900 pounds. And with ups, there are downs, and that is in the form of fuel economy. Our truck comes equipped with a 26 US gallon fuel capacity and consumes a whopping 7.7 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of around 338 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are dismal at best. The truck is rated 11 miles per gallon in the city, 15 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined average of 13 miles per gallon. No manual transmission here. The sole available transmission on the Denali was an electronically controlled 4-speed GM Turbo Hydromatic 4L65E automatic with tow haul mode, and worked in conjunction with the 4-wheel steer tow mode, and sported a 4:10:1 final drive ratio. Now, just like every other review, we're going to cover the rear end details in more detail, but walking around the rear of the Sierra, it shows that it's nothing really special, save for the extended wheel housings. So it kind of looks like a dually. It's not. It does kind of have that flare side bed to it, and that's to accommodate the wider track. The wider track is because of the QuadraSteer system, and in addition, because of that, they had, by government mandates, because of the wider body, the GMC had to add the marker lights on it. So it is actually a wider vehicle. Now, all lighting is incandescent back here, as is with common vehicles from this era. And of course, we have our trailer tow hitch, receiving wires, all that kind of stuff as well. No power tailgate here. As you can see here in the wheel beds here, they do have the marker lights there. Now, as we walk along the profile, it's nothing really special here. It's just a pickup truck. On screen are the dimensions. It is not a full four-door vehicle. It is it's still a four-door, but the doors are more of a crew cab style than they are a quad cab style. Overall appearances, though, the truck is very nice. I've always liked these. Alright, steering. Steering is unique on the truck. It's four-wheel steering with front hydraulic power assisted recirculating ball with 3 turns lock to lock and a 14.2:1 steering ratio. The rear steering is electrically powered and uses front steering wheel position sensors, steerable solid hypoid rear axle, electric motor driven actuator and control unit, and gives the truck an incredibly tight 37.4 foot turning radius. And here in this video clip you can see just the steering up front as normal. It's pretty much standard steering. However, here's the rear steer componentry, and you'll see that the wheels will actually turn, not very much, but it does assist in that turning geometry. The wheels on this vehicle are 17 by 7.5 inch bright aluminum and are shod in 265/70 R17 Goodyear Wrangler ATS tires. Brakes are vacuum boost power assisted. 4-wheel disc would feature 4-wheel ABS. Up front we have 12.01 inch ventilator rotors with 13 inch solid rotors in the rear. I am not sure of the braking performance. I don't think it's ever been published. Alright, now we're walking around the front of the truck. As you can see, it's a very nice design. The Denali's had a unique front end design. Made it look very luxurious. Very unique. And it also shared the same front end design as the Yukon Denali's as well. Up front we do have the chrome brightwork. The aluminum perforated grille. It wasn't honeycomb, it was actually perforated aluminum. And up front, of course, we do have our cab marker lights. Then we have the aluminum hood. Coming down to composite headlamps. They do have the bright reflectors, projector beam headlamps, and integral fog lamps and driving lights. Overall, just a very nice design. They were not HID headlamps, however. Alright, now we don't have smart key access, but we do have keyless entry. So we have the lock, unlock, and panic buttons, and a traditional GMC key fob. I don't think smart key access actually came until later, but we're going to go ahead and unlock the vehicle and check out inside. Now inside, as you can see on screen, a lot of room. It's very, very comfortable, very nice, and very well appointed interior for this time frame. We do have this two-tone pewter door trim. Everything is pretty much soft touch. We have the soft vinyl on the doors, a more plush vinyl on the the inserts. 2-driver memory, heated seat controls. We also have power window controls, power mirror controls. The mirrors are also power folding as well, and of course power locks. We have this really unique smoky pewter colored door grab door pull, Bose premium audio system, and then of course we have automatic headlamp control. We've also got dome override, instrument panel brightness and dim, and then of course you got your cargo light there and your fog lamp button there. The wood trim on the Denali is also different. It's got that graphite color. It's an ebony. And of course, hood release, parking brake release, and then of course gas and brake pedal, emergency brake, power seats. We have 8-way power driver and passenger seats, and of course 4-way adjustable lumbar support. Now the seats themselves are supremely comfortable. They're actually very comfortable, very supportive. They do have that UltraSoft Nuance leather interior. They do sport a subtle two-tone treatment to it, a darker pewter on the inside. And of course we do have individually adjustable armrests for the driver and passenger, in addition to the central armrest. Alright, pan through the interior. Now that we're inside, take a closer look around and more details here, of course. As you can see, there's a 4-spoke steering wheel. It's a leather wrap steering wheel here. It is not heated, however, but it has a nice look to it. It's not black, so that's kind of nice. A very small airbag cover, multifunction controls all over the place. So over here we do have our voice controls, our radio controls here for source and then the program. Over here we have our seek and our volume controls. Now down here, control the driver information control center. That is the digital display up here. And basically what we have is our menus, menu select, and back page. This is our trip log and our fuel economy and that kind of stuff. Over here on the multifunction control, you do have the cruise control. So off, on, that's the accelerate, and then this is the button on the side is your set. Wiper washer controls, turn signal indicators, flash to pass, high beams, all that kind of stuff. Taking a look at the instrument panel is actually complete. Has a transmission temperature gauge, 6,000 RPM tach, 120 mile per hour speedometer, and of course you also have your oil pressure, battery volts, fuel level, and coolant temperature. The parental display, which is right here, has burned out, so the light behind it needs to be replaced, but it still operates. I can barely see the makeout of the parental there. Moving over the top of the dash, as you can see, we do have some wood trim here. It is harvested from the plastic forest, but it does look pretty nice. It's kind of like a dark gray, like a smoky ash color. And then over the top here, we do have a pretty complete instrument panel. It is hard plastic, however, just like it would be in any GM vehicle. But as you can see over here, you do have a leather wrapped passenger grab handle there. Very nice large glove box here. It does have the owner's manual inside. It is multi-compartmentalized as well. 2 large adjustable air vents over here. The driver or the passenger has their own heated seat controls and window controls and all that kind of stuff. On the shift lever, you do have your tow haul mode here. And then here on the radio, we do have a AM/FM CD player here, cassette player here. And then down here, we do have dual zone climate control, just for the temperature. Driver and passenger can set their own temperatures, but the blend and the fan speed are all a single zone. And of course you have your power switch here, recirculate, air conditioner, defroster, and rear defroster there. Over here we do have the 4-wheel steer, and you can operate in 2-wheel steer mode, 4-wheel steer, or 4-wheel steer with the trailer tow mode. This is our all-wheel drive control for bumpy terrain, and our passenger airbag deactivation switch. Down here on the center console, because we do have a console, it's not a bench seat, we have a nice amount of stuff here. This is a nice little storage cubby here. This right here is just a 12-volt power point. And look, we have a 6-disc CD changer built in. That's pretty nice. This panel here does not close anymore, but it does have the ashtray and a cigarette lighter. I don't believe this vehicle has ever been smoked in. It's actually really nice and clean in here. That can also double as a 12-volt power point. Underneath this panel resides your cup holders. And then of course you have a nice leather wrapped or vinyl, but it's stitched. Has a nice little French stitch there. Looks really good. Nice padded armrest. It does open up away from the driver, just like that. It is a right hinged design. And inside we have a nice deep storage area that has areas for CDs or tapes or whatever, coin slots, yet another 12-volt power point, so no shortage on power points in here. One thing I do like also is these adjustable armrests here for the captain chairs. It's very nice. Overall, I feel like this truck's interior is well thought out, despite it being 20 years old. Still a very nice place to be. Overhead, we do have an automatic dimming rearview mirror. We have OnStar controls. We've also got the compass and temperature display. Overhead, we don't have any kind of message center up here because it's all in the instrument cluster, but we do have a nice little storage area, 3-channel home link universal garage door opener, overhead reading lights that are adjustable. You can move them around just like you would like in an airplane or something like that. And then we have the sun visors. The sun visors are complete with illuminated vanity mirrors. Another nice feature is the sun visors do swing out and they have slide out extensions. And if that wasn't enough, we've also got a secondary visor that can slide back and forth as well. Nice complete sun visor coverage. And then of course we've also got fixed in place overhead assist handles. Now in order to get into the rear seat, we're going to have to open the front door. And right here is the handle for the rear door. As you can see, opens up that way. And you'll notice that the interior door pull is the same pewter look as the front doors. We do have speakers here, cup holders, and the pull assist, storage in the map pockets. You've also got these pop-out vent windows as well. Windows do not roll down, just fold down. And here is the back seat here. The back seat does seat 3 across. It does fold up in a one-piece seat, so either you fold it or you don't. The outboard seats do have height adjustable head restraints and 3-point belts. The middle seat just has a lap belt. Now, back here, we do have rear audio controls here, so we can do seek and scan, program, source, 2 individual headphone controls with headphone volume controls. The rear seat passengers also have their own positional air vents on the outboard seats, and they can be open and closed. And down here, we also have a fold-down cup holder. Seat back map pockets also contain, or seat backs also contain map pockets. We've also got overhead assist handles with coat hooks and overhead lights. If you want to fold the seat up, pull this tether here, it unlocks it, and just lift the entire seat cushion upwards, just like so. And what you get is a load flat floor, except for the transmission tunnel there. And just pull that tether down, it unlocks it. There you go. Now, it wouldn't be a truck review without the look at the bed. It is a very simple tailgate. No soft opening or closing here, no power opening or anything like that. Just a standard drop-down tailgate. It is also removable. It does have these cables there to keep it in place, however. This does have a rollback tonneau cover as well, which is really nice. It also has a spray-in bed liner. I do have the bed dimensions on screen, so you can take a look at that. Alrighty, this does conclude our in-depth walk-around look at the 2004 GMC Sierra Denali. We hope you found the review informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrentsOJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.